ladies, to the Wondrous Woman Talk Show. I'm your host, Lady Bree, and today I have a special guest with me by the name of Miss Wondrous Lady Jojo from Crown Youth Academy.
Hello, hello.
How's everybody doing today? Well, Jojo, I just want to say thank you for taking the time out to be a guest on my show today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome. So, I know the viewers want to know all the scoop about you. So could you share with them a little bit about your wondrous journey and who you are and where you're from?
Okay, I'm born and raised in Lee County, Florida.
Oh, Lee County,
right
shout
here,
out.
Right here. I'm a mother to 5 beautifully unique children. I was raised right here in Fort Myers with my mom and my great aunt.
Okay.
And they're a big part of why I take education so serious.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that inspired you to go ahead and start your wondrous journey with opening up your own business for yourself.
Yes.
That is so important. I definitely want to say, what motivates you every day in your life?
My passion and love for children, not only my own, everyone's children, the children that I encounter at cheer and football, the children that I encounter at school. So my motivation is making sure that not only my child or my children are successful, that I can go and help other children be successful as well.
And when you were young, what was your big motivation as you were younger? Like, who were those individuals around you that motivated?
Oh, when I was younger, it was my mom.
Oh, that's awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about your mother?
My mom is tough. Not so much that she was a single mother, but she raised us by herself. She was tough. Like, we couldn't bring seeds. Education was first, and you weren't doing anything else until your homework was finished and till those report cards came in.
Similar to my mom.
And my great aunt raised me as well, my Aunt Mabel. And she was the one, she gave me a book at my first baby shower. And she told me then and there, I was like, who gives a book for the baby shower? And she was like, you don't rely on the teachers to educate your child, you educate your child at home. And she was also my librarian while I was at Bay Shore Elementary too. So my aunt was at the school, so could you imagine?
I could.
You had to have good grades and good behavior.
Absolutely, because everybody is always, people now, oh, I'm going to let your mom know, I'm going to let your auntie know, especially when they work directly with you at a school setting. Yes, and it's like that expectation is up here, and you got to be on your P's and Q's at all times. Well, that's amazing that you had those big inspirations you like to keep you motivated every day. And I know that we all have a routine. I have a routine. Do you have any kind of routine that kind of gets you going when you first get up in the morning?
Not necessarily. I don't have a routine myself, but I ensure that my children and my family has a routine. So my routine is to ensure that I get up to start my child's routine.
Okay.
So that they get up and get ready for school in the morning. But one thing I do take seriously for myself is mental health.
Okay.
So, and my therapy is music. Music is therapeutic for me. I don't care what the music, the genre, if it makes me move, it brings me peace. So a lot of the times when I'm on my way from sessions or on my way after I drop my kids off at school in the morning and on my way home, I have my playlist playing. And that's how I calm myself down from working with kids all day long.
Wow.
So my routine is to make sure that my students and my family have a routine, but also that I take care of my mental health so that I can care for myself so that I can care for others. If that makes sense.
It does absolutely make sense, and it absolutely makes sense about the music, because I also do love music, and like you said, it just makes you get into that mindset and be able to prepare yourself for the day ahead. And so I know a lot of ladies out there, a lot of gentlemen that are watching. Music is good therapeutic, and you can also use those techniques to help you get started on your everyday routine. So thank you for sharing that. And by the way, you said you have 5 children. What are the ages of your children?
I have 3 girls and 2 boys in that order. My oldest is 12. My next one is 10. I have one that's 8, 7, and 5.
And so how do you balance all of them in your routine? I know they're, each of them have their own kind of way of handling things.
It's difficult because they each have their own extracurriculars as well. So not only do we participate, with going to school and making sure that they get their homework done, and we got the girls that cheer, and the girls that do track, and then the boys that do football, and then they do track, and then the oldest now that she can participate in extracurriculars because she's in middle school.
Okay.
So volleyball and basketball now. Yeah. So it's like I have to have a calendar for those things to know that, okay, well, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, everybody got to be at track. So to balance them, I kind of, because with 5 children, you want to make sure that they all have the same love, the same attention. So I make sure that I don't miss anything that either one of them have to do.
Okay.
And we try to get the girls, like they cheer all at the same time. So that's knocking out 3 girls at one time. You know, okay,
Yes.
when the boys do their track,
Okay.
they do it like they'll go in the morning. So, and then I'll make sure, okay, I have the boys done in the morning. Or they have a fabulous aunt that helps as well when I can't get there. Yeah.
I love
family.
your sister. She is so
she's
awesome. Yes, she is. She's really awesome.
She's the best.
Yes, yes. Shout out to my girl. You know where you are, Joshay. We love you. Well, thank you for sharing that, because I know I have one son and you have 5, so it's a total different routine from sun up to sundown. And I know a lot of ladies can relate to that with having kids and balancing being a mom, balancing being a wife, or if you're a single mom and balancing everything on the schedule on the day to time. So thank you for sharing just a little bit.
Most of the time, your husband, I don't know about yours, but mine is an extra child. So,
oh, please enlighten me.
You know who you are. No, but you know, it's like, okay, so if I was a single mother, I would have to do everything for my child, you know. But I'm that mother that does everything for her child. And then wait a minute, I got another child, you know, that when he don't have his work clothes, he's like, hey babe, you see my work clothes? Then I'm like, okay, well, you know, I gotta make sure that his stuff is in order as well, you know, that he has his waters that he needs for work, and that he has his work clothes clean and where he knows where it's at. And then on top of that, trying to balance going to school, being a mother, and running your own business. So it can be difficult, and that's where I'll go back again to the mental health.
Absolutely.
Take time for yourself.
And so you're saying that, what kind of activities do you do to take time for yourself?
For myself, ooh, I like comedy shows because I like to laugh.
You're funny yourself.
I love to laugh. I think laughter is good for the soul. I don't care what kind of bad day I have. Like even my Pandora station on my phone has Kevin Hart Laugh Out Loud radio. Like, and I will listen to like jokes. I probably heard them all before too, but I will still laugh the same as if I've never heard them before. So I really do feel that laughter is good for the soul. So I enjoy comedy shows. I enjoy doing things with my bestie and my sister, my little sister. My older sister, she has 7 children. So a lot of times when we get together with our kids.
Okay.
You know, so it's not so much as me go hang with my sis. It's like, okay, my kids and your kids, now we're having a party.
Right.
And it's awesome because my family just has their whole vibe. But mostly it's my little sister and my best friend. And we try to do like, we were supposed to do the sugar factory for her birthday. We have parties here all the time. You know, where we did the pajama party for Christmas. Thanksgiving we had a party. Super Bowl we having a party. You know, so the kids do come, but then there's adults for you to be around too.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel if I can mingle with others that I haven't seen in a while, that's good for me as well. Because being with kids all day, and you can talk to kids like you talk to adults too.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yes,
you can talk to kids like you talk to
comprehend
adults.
everything you say.
Yeah, but it's always awesome to hang out with somebody that's on your level.
Yes, absolutely. I absolutely agree with that. And I just want to say you're an absolutely wonderful mother and a wonderful friend.
You are too.
And I enjoy our relationship that we had when you previously worked before you started your business. And I'm just so proud of you.
I'm proud of you too.
You're wondrous
Well, we
indeed.
sitting on your show, honey.
Well, thank you again for being here. And I just want to say, you know, some of the traits that we talk about, you know, that we want to have in our circle, positive, you know, vibes and positive traits. What do you think some of those traits that a wondrous woman definitely should consider?
Definitely compassion.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about that.
I would say compassion because you have to be able to either, you don't have to like what I do, you don't have to like the things that I like, but you should have compassion and understanding and respect that this is okay for me to do. You know, so I'm not going to say, like, you will track.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say, oh, I ain't going with Brittany because she going to the track. Well, no, Brittany, I ain't gonna run, you know, but I'm gonna sit there with you. I'm gonna support you because I understand that is important to you. So definitely compassion and respect would be qualities that I look for the people that I hang around.
I absolutely agree. I think passion and respect are really two strong values that anybody could kind of work for and aim for to improve in themselves. Because we're not all perfect and we do have our flaws and we do mess up, but we could still aim for greatness.
Yes.
I definitely want to say, what made you start your own business? Because working with you as a teacher, you're absolutely amazing.
Thank
How
you.
you speak to the children, the activities that you come up with, and how engaging you are. What made you say, okay, I'm ready for this next step to start my own business?
What made me be ready for the next step is knowing my work.
Okay.
I'm going to say that I've always known that I'm an excellent teacher because I'm the one that they'll leave in the classroom with 20 kids, right? But when it's time for me to go home, that next person got to have 2 teachers. You know, that person gets an assistant, but I don't because I have that strong personality and that respect that I demand from the children. And the children respect me. Call it tough love, call it what you want, but they know that Miss Jo has her rules, Miss Jo has her schedule, and this is what we're going to do for today. But when I saw my talents benefiting someone else, I said, why not let those talents benefit myself? And so that's when I started, you know, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do Private Music Academy. And that's going to be my business, that's going to be my baby, and I'm going to start off small while I still work for someone else. And with that, with working in preschool, you always you see the parents every day. So you get to see those parents that are appreciative of what you do. You know, so I know if I went out on my own and worked with these parents and these families in their house, they can still be appreciative. So it's me. I'm my brand. I'm the one who comes and sits in front of your child. And once you meet me and you see how your child takes to me, you're going to want me. You know, so why do that for $17 an hour working for someone else on their schedule and their time, and then my kids, I got to rush to get them where they need to go.
Right.
Well, now I can charge what I charge, still reach children outside the classroom, and keep my family intact at the same time. So me following my own rules and me using my own talents to benefit me was what pushed me over to decide that I need to go ahead and start my own business.
Thank you for sharing that. That is very, very deep.
It is.
Yes, yes, and you can definitely tell that you're a passionate person in what you do, and you put it through your family, and you put it through what you love, which is educating children. I definitely want to say a lot of us are seeking advice and how to go ahead and chase our own dreams, and that could be hard from different perspectives or different walks of life. You know, we all go through. So what would you say to the person on the other side of the screen? How would you tell them, you know, go ahead and believe in themselves and start their journey?
I would say that no journey, no dream is too big or too small.
You hear it? No dream is too big or too small.
Or too small, and it's never too early or too late.
Okay. I like that.
You got to take the steps, you know, to make sure that you're educated, because through my journey I found out that there's a lot of people out there that will try to scam you. With starting a business if you do not know your stuff or you don't have a mentor. I didn't have a mentor. I went to took classes and courses. So if anybody does need help with starting their business or what kind of organization they need to start, I'm definitely down to mentor anybody, because I don't want nobody to lose money like I lost money with scams. But definitely on your time. When you feel like you're ready to start, you start. If you feel like, okay, well, there's 10 other people doing it, or there's a million other people doing it, but ain't nobody doing it like you. Nobody's choosing the time to do it like you chose your time to do it. So you got to find out what makes you stand out. What's your, I want to say your minimum viable product, but that's like a business lingo. But you got to find out what's unique about you. And what's going to make people come on the One With Woman talk show versus going and sitting on somebody else.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
so you say that, you know, Brittany is a genuine person. I'm going to sell myself on being genuine, and I really care to help these women reach the next level. And that's what I'm going to do. So, like you started when it was your time to start.
Yeah.
Can't nobody tell you when it was your time to start. You started, and that was your time to start.
Did you ever have any kind of like nervousness or any, you know, backfooting when you wanted to start your own journey of being a business owner?
I think I put it off a long time.
Okay. What would make you say that?
I put it off because I was comfortable.
I think we all get kind of comfortable.
Yes, because at this point in my life, you know what they say, financial security
Yes.
and financial stability, where you can put your bills on auto pay and don't have to worry about the bank, you know, the mortgage coming out because you know it's there.
Yeah.
And I felt like with 5 kids, I was there. Like, you know, but me and my husband, we don't have to ask nobody to borrow nothing. The bills was paid all the time. My children don't know what a light off is. My children don't know what going home is. And that's what I worked for. And I didn't want to take that away from them. Because 5 kids is a lot. Doctor's appointments is a lot. You know, making sure that they can do those extracurriculars. I think it was $1,500 for all of them to do cheer and football. You know, so I didn't want to say, okay, I'm going to give away my first sure income. Because I know every day I get up and go to that hospital, I'm going to have that paycheck. You know, versus saying I'm going to step out on my own and may not get finance. And then may not, like that scared me, that my children would lose financial security. Even though my husband can handle it, but still, that is, me as, I think as a mother and as a woman, you want to have your own and make sure that if anything happens, you can take care of your own.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you so much for sharing that, because a lot of women and men out there, they need to hear that. And even myself, hearing it from you, because, you know, we all have our own stressors outside of, you know, what we do daily, if it's, you know, working from home or working in person. And just hearing another person, you know, say what you just said is like, okay, I'm not alone. You know, I too can start my journey. I just have to take it a little step at a time. And every step is success. You know, and I tell, you know, my students and I tell my son, you practice for success. Not for perfection, because none of us is perfect. You're practicing to reach success. And then when you reach that success, you're practicing then to continue to be successful at what you're doing. And that's you growing. And so thank you so much.
And I would like to add that though, failure is a part of success.
Okay.
So just because you failed at one time, don't give up. And a lot of people will do that. Like I jumped out there and then nobody took my product. Or I jumped out there and nobody bought my service, and now I'm feeling, you know, insecure and I stopped. No, you got to find out why. Do surveys, ask those people why. You know, why didn't you buy my product? You know, you might tell me my son is doing fine at school. My son is 9 years old. He don't need it. Okay, so now I know I'm targeting the wrong market. So it's not necessarily that I feel that I did something wrong. I'm targeting the wrong people. So take failure as a stepping stone to your success.
Do you think at any point when you wanted to start your business that you were going to fail at the beginning, or did you feel like you failed when, you know, the situation of you being, you know, having the financial people that if you don't know how to open your own business, they get you. Oh, you need to do this, you need to fill out this. You know, when that happened to you, how did that feel?
It was difficult because don't play with my money. You know, I'm gonna put that out there. I'm not gonna say that I was sad, I was hurt about it. I just, like, even my husband was sitting next to me and he was like, it's a loss. Take it as a loss. We're not gonna dwell on it, we're gonna move on. But if I'm that person that was starting with nothing in a savings account and they took my money, I might feel a different, you know, type of way. But because we did plan to have that financial security, and at the same time we were saving to buy a house. You know, so what if it was, you know, that amount of money and then it stopped me from buying my house? I probably would have felt, you know, some type of way. But I just took it as a loss, you know, not necessarily a failure, because I did nothing wrong other than the fact that I should have done more research. And that's when I started putting money into courses and classes and bettering myself so that those type of things would not happen. You know, but definitely not beat myself down about it. But I did not expect my success to be as good as it was starting out, you know, because I did have a lot of clients in the beginning, you know, and I was trying to work and then get off of work and go to those clients. So I was like, and then do schoolwork. So I was like beat. So that was something that I was not expecting people to take to me, and especially in the society we're in with COVID, having a stranger come in your house and work with your child, you know.
Thank you so much. We're going to take a quick break, and as we take a break, I'm going to show you a clip of Miss Jojo working hand in hand with a student in her office. Enjoy it, and we'll be right back.